he was a great scientist. He was born in 1879 in Munich, Germany. However, this scientist's childhood was completely simple and without prospects. No one could have imagined that this cheerful boy would grow up to become a university professor. He would even receive the world's biggest award, the Nobel Prize, by discovering a theory of science. Einstein first came into the spotlight by writing an article. The topic of the article was relativity. But think about it, this self-indulgent, carefree scientist was only 20 years old. Since that birth, he loved to be self-absorbed. Saying unnecessary things was completely against his nature. Let me tell you an incident. It is said about Einstein that he started talking late, at the age of 4. He learned to read even later, at the age of 7. When he was still not talking even after turning 3 or 4, his parents became very worried. One night, their worries came to an end. At the dinner table, Einstein suddenly said, "The soup is very hot." Everyone present was very surprised to hear Einstein speak and asked, "Why haven't you spoken for so long?" Einstein replied, "Everything was going well until now." Now think about how thoughtful he was as a child. Yet, people looked at this very nature of his with a different eye. Once, the class teacher made a comment against him, saying that nothing would be achieved with this stupid boy. In fact, what happened was that Einstein was a very calm person as a child. When the teacher asked him something in class, he would think a lot and answer. He could not say anything quickly. He would take a long time to think, and moreover, his speech would get stuck due to stuttering. As a result, he was often laughed at by his classmates and teachers. Because of these reasons, the class teacher one day said, "The boy is a complete idiot. Nothing will be achieved with him." But Einstein's mother did not believe these things at all. On the contrary, she would tell everyone, "You will see and W." Anu said, "Dad, tell me about Einstein." Nilkan Tababu said, Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879, in Ulm, Germany, and died on April 18, 1955. According to his wishes, his body was cremated. Bindu said, "But we don't know about his childhood." "Yes, I am telling you," said Nilkan Tababu. In 1880, his father, Hermann Einstein, moved to Munich with his mother, Pauline. There, he established an electrical equipment and engineering factory. Albert Einstein studied at several schools in Munich. He also took music lessons. He carried a violin with him even after he grew up. Reika was happy to hear about music. She said, "Was Einstein a good student from childhood?" "Not at all," said Nilkan Tababu. The school teachers often complained about this inattentive student. No one was with him in class. He always sat at the back bench. Not only that, others could not pay attention to him. So he was punished after school. At the age of 15, he had to leave school with very poor grades in history, geography, and linguistics, and without obtaining any degree. When his father's business went into recession, he left Munich and moved to Milan in 1894. Einstein was left alone? Said Sima. Yes, he later got admitted to a polytechnic school in Switzerland. But he could not pass the entrance exam there on the first try. Bindu, Sima, Anu all smiled at Einstein's news. Seeing the state management and the hostile attitude, Albert officially renounced his German citizenship on January 28, 1896. However, in 1914, the Germans granted him citizenship again. After failing the entrance exam, he had to enroll in the Aarau Canton School as a last resort. That city is not far from Zurich, and if he passes from there, he is directly admitted to the Polytechnic School. He studied physics at that Polytechnic School for 4 years. This school was the center of interest for everyone around the world at that time. After completing his polytechnic education, he took a job as a technology officer.